my name is Taylor Addison, and I became a published author at the age of 14. This is my story. I'm a communication studies major, I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Southbury, Connecticut. Sincerely Bee was started in 2013 when I was in the 6th grade. It was published in 2016, and it's about this family that moves from England to the United States in 1911. And then they get a series of anonymous letters that sort of send them on this wild, crime-filled goose chase across the Northeast. So it's definitely an adventurous and fun story. Sincerely Bee didn't hail from any specific inspiration. It was very random. I started it in a 6th grade English class on a free write day, and it just kept growing and growing until it was this huge story. I just kept working on it in my free time, and I devoted a lot of free time to it. Whenever I was in school and had time, I'd hop on the Google Doc and add some more. And then by the time I had reached a full story length, I started sending query letters to different publishers, so that definitely took a little bit of research, but once I got accepted from a publisher, it just evolved and sort of took off on itself. I had the complications as every normal writer does with, is this the right plot that I want to do? Am I taking this character the right way? And, nobody's ever completely satisfied with their work. You always question, should I have done this differently with this character or this plot? So that definitely was a certain complication. But as for doubts, I said to myself, this is what I created, and people are going to enjoy it or they're not, and that's just the part of being a writer. I started my research, and I definitely looked at a lot of different publishing companies and sort of matched my values with their values, and also took into account the age I was as a writer. But I really enjoyed how the publisher I did publicized other authors' work, and they just seemed like a good choice for me, and that's how I ended up with Pegasus. Sincerely Bee was received very well in my community. I went back to Rochambeau Middle School, where I actually started the whole story in those walls, and I gave an author visit presentation to a bunch of students, and I told the publication process, the writing process, basically spieled that really anyone can do anything they put their mind to, because I was just a student, 3 years before in those walls, and then it turned into something huge. And then I also did a book signing at my local library, which was a wonderful opportunity. I got to talk to a lot of members in my community. I got to sell Sincerely Bee copies at my local church's Strawberry Festival, and then I also got to do a book signing at some of the local Barnes & Nobles, which also was very wonderful.
Well, it is not every day you hear about an 8th grader publishing a book.
And that all started last year. It started when she was in 6th grade, and now she's a freshman in high school, and the book is called Sincerely Bee. Taylor Michelle Addison joins us here on CT Style. This book has sort of been in the making for you, and it's your first published book, so congratulations on all the success.
It's her first. She's 14, right?
Oh, yeah. Well,
good
hello.
for you. She's also a freshman at Pomperog.
Which is your alma mater, right? So you
got PHS, go Panthers. So give us the overview of the book.
So Sincerely Bee is about a family that moves from England to America in 1911, and they embark on this big adventure after experiencing many conflicts, and to read out to find just what happens.
But wait, there's more. You have to read it, and it's all dedicated to your twin brother Jake, who doesn't like to read, which is sort of ironic.
Yeah.
All right, are you planning on writing more books?
Yeah, I'm on the sequel right now.
Oh, there's a sequel in the works already.
Very cool, very cool. So how long does it take you to write? So it took you a few years to write this one. Do you think the
it was a long haul.
Yeah? Do you think the sequel is going to take as long?
Yeah, because, well, now high school is a lot busier, so.
True.
You have a lot more work to do,
Sports,
right?
dance, all that stuff, right?
Did
Yeah.
you know you were going to be a published author? I mean, was that the plan when you were in 6th grade? Or
No
kinda-
idea. It started out as a free write assignment, and I thought it was just going to be just a random piece sitting in my Google Drive, and then my 7th grade English teacher read it and actually pushed me to publish.
Wow, that's
Congrats on all
fantastic.
the
Well,
success.
where can we find it now?
You can find it on Amazon, and it's in some bookstores.
Great, and I know you're going to
More to
be
come.
in Waterbury at the Barnes & Noble. That's happening on June
17th.
17th.
All right.
We'll check you out
Check
there.
her out. Sincerely,
Thank you for
B.
being here.
Grab the book.
So I definitely spend a lot of time writing. Basically, I spend most of my time in college writing. Outside of my normal academic life, I'm a part of a lot of organizations at Temple that focus on writing. So I'm a part of the Temple News. I'm a freelance writer. And then I also do Her Campus Temple. I'm a staff writer for them. And then finally I write for Freely magazine as well here at Temple, which focuses on global issues and topics. And within my daily life as well, within my academic classes, I'm obviously in a major geared toward writing, so I definitely devote a lot of time to the craft. So I got into the organizations, Her Campus Temple and the Temple News, through many different things, simply from hearing from peers in my classes that were already in the organization. I got some information, and also just seeking out resources for publications myself here on campus really helped me to push me into those organizations, and I'm really happy I ended up there. These publications relate to my love of writing because I get to develop my craft, listen to other writers' feedback and see what I can improve upon. You're never done growing, so I always appreciate hearing from my peers and then also getting to read their work as well, because they definitely do or write in a certain way that I wouldn't even consider, and it definitely helps me as a writer too. So for the Temple News, we have our bi-weekly meetings, and at those meetings the editors pitch stories to us, and if one is of interest then we can pick it up either solo or with another co-writer, and then we get a week's time to get our interviews done, gather our sources, and then write a draft for our editors to look at and approve. With my daily life, I do find that it gets a little bit difficult carving out time to creatively write. I find when I'm on breaks or over the weekends, I definitely can contribute some more time to my own personal writing, just simply because I devote so much of my academic life to different forms of writing, especially more rigid and structured writing. From a creative aspect though, I always feel like the juices are churning and I'm ready to write something creative. I like to contribute at least 5 minutes a day to taking some time for myself and writing out ideas or fleshing out something I've been thinking about, just to maintain that process for myself. In 10 years, I obviously hope to be successful in the way I view success within my field. I definitely want to be writing and being in a creative field, whether that is fiction writing or journalistic writing. I'm not sure. I'd be happy with both, but I just want to be successful in some sort of writing career. My best advice for someone who wants to pursue a career in writing is get yourself out there and keep writing. I mean, keep writing and reading. It, as simple as it may sound, that's really the only way to get better. And also get your work out there for professors to read, family to read, friends to read, because they're the ones who are going to give you those criticisms and little notions that really improve your writing. So push yourself out of your comfort zone, talk to strangers, get quotes, and push yourself to think of stories, and it's definitely helpful in that sense.